Good afternoon, this is Kuro. Got a ranked game in my black. Figured I'd throw a more recent video up of black to compare it with the Neustrashimy since they are competing sealed destroyers for sale. Going over the matchmaking, enemy John Bart, FDG, Neptune, Rune, Black, and a Kitakaze. My team, I've got Alsace, uh, Soyuz, Alaska, Donskoy, Black, and Jutland. My team's kind of loaded with radar, and that's one of the advantages bringing Black. You're guaranteed a radar. You're guaranteed a destroyer. That if you're a decent destroyer player, you're also guaranteed a destroyer player that's going to be competent. So my initial plan was I was just going to come alone to A and just kite it. Uh, Send the team up to C where they could use superior firepower and just muscle the cap. Excuse me, still getting over this cold. And it works out most of the team heads this way, and it actually works out for the better that the Alsace Gunstar legend starts coming my way towards ACAP. And this is going to end up being a pivotal decision that he makes in the course of the game that really helps how this game plays out. So right off the bat with the build, um, the C mines on the black, I don't usually specifically build around a torpedo reload on the ship because I feel the torpedoes are not really reliable. I usually run main battery. I think this game I might have torpedo tubes mod 3. I think I was looking at something. But on the captain, if you look, I do run torpedo acceleration just to try to speed those torps up. The slower torps, um, you get net a greater percentage gain with torpedo acceleration, and it also really helps when torpedoes are spotted early or by either Hydro or another ship. Um, that every knot faster that you get, that's less reaction time that a ship has to try to avoid the incoming torpedo. Uh, Basic course of action: basically drop in both sets of torps right off the point of the enemy island, where it's basically the quickest, shortest route that they're going to come towards ACAP. Hold on one second. Excuse me. So, just trying to flood this area with torpedoes. Maybe I get lucky. This was a critical spot. I picked up the Neptune here. I started kiting it. I had just turned around. I'm looking to play defensive here. This is the weak flank, so I'm already ready to run. I spotted the Neptune, which generally means he can either radar me or he's pretty damn close. And I see that he smokes up, and that tells me that the Neptune isn't running radar. The only thing that has radar is the black. I see the FDG here, so I'm assuming this guy has a destroyer with him. That it makes sense to me that you wouldn't send a battleship up here all by your lonesome, especially not rushing into the cap like this. I know there's one enemy DD right out here, just because RPF. I am located. Granted, it could be one of these ships back here have RPF. Um, but, and there's the Kitakaze. And this moment in time, I think the Kitakaze is just here. And my course of action is, you see I'm already popping my smoke. I'm going to start kiting away, lay the smoke where it's going to break line of sight between the Kitakaze and all the enemies here, and I'm going to pop my radar, and that's my course of action to try to tackle this Kitakaze. Problem. As soon as I shot and realized that I was detected and this puff was here, I realized that there's not a destroyer here. For whatever reason, this FDG went up here all by himself to die. There's actually a black here. And logic dictates to me that he's going to be right around in here. And it's just that nasty situation. He's sitting a little bit further out than the Kitakaze. He's the one that probably has RPF on me. And, you know, it is what it is. Try to survive situation. And I know the Kitakaze has a lot more gun DPM than the black, so I spend most of my time trying to dodge shots from the Kitakaze, make myself a hard target there. But that means the black is getting a lot better shots at me. I had to pop my repair to repair my engine to get moving, or I would have been dead in the smoke. And unfortunately, they get the unrepairable fire, and that's letting these guys farm me. The black is starting to smoke up. He's doing a good job at not dropping into his smoke. He's still trying to chase me. I see the rock here is going to break line of sight. The Kitakaze, he's falling back. And as soon as the black goes behind this rock, I'm able to break contact. And my repair comes up. Now, how do you recover from this? Yeah, I had a good torpedo strike, blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-doo. I lost a ton of HP, and the enemy team is steamrolling into ACAP. The first thing you do is you don't panic. I'm launching my torpedoes back in here. I have a feeling this Jean Bart isn't really going to try to poke past this island because there could be, you know, another battleship back here because they don't have any spotting up here. So I'm pretty confident that these torps are going to be on the money. With him being angled to the Alsace and trying to keep an island between whatever could be up here. It looks like he's slowly slowing down right now. Yep. Now, if you notice, I fall back really close to my Alsace. And I'm doing that because this guy, he's got another radar. He can push up here and radar me, and they can pretty much smoke up and kill me. So the closer I am to support, you know, the more likely it is that this guy's going to be able to help cover my butt. Jean Bart eats 3 torpedoes. He's going down. We've got the Alaska pushing up. My team's starting to push through sea. And again, just playing really cautious and defensive right now. Not letting torp sit on my boat that long because, again, I might die at any time with this black radar. That's what's going on in my head. I'm waiting to see if the Kitakaze smokes up out here to try to farm the Alsace. And we get a lucky spot on the black there. And that lets me know that that guy is pulling back. And there's the Kitakaze. Now, this is what I'm talking about basically baiting a trap. And I'm basically the bait. This Kitakaze, he's looking to kill me. And by baiting him in closer to my support, look at how close that shot is for the Alsace. Look how close that guy's support is to shoot me. I mean, 12, 13 kilometers away to shoot me. I mean, he's, what, 6.5, 7.5 kilometers from my Alsace. This Kitakaze is in trouble. So, I know I got detected. I'm gonna smoke up and watch what I do with my throttle. It's a very common thing for these destroyers, just Kitakazes and Haragumos and high DPM ships, to just keep stacking shells where they had hits in your smoke. So I had instantly slowed down, so his first shot's gonna miss me to the front. Watch me accelerate. He's aiming right where I was. I accelerate. I jump forward a couple ship lengths. Then I back up. His shots are all going behind me. He says, oh, he's going forward. He shifts his fire forward. I'm already going backwards. And now I'm going to start angling back towards him. I'm putting my stern towards him. So I'm moving directionally in the smoke this way. So it's not just a straight line that he's trying to shoot on. All of these little things add up to, even though I had barely any HP, I was able to, with the help of the Alsace, pick up that kill and stay alive. So just some ideas on how to handle juking and smoke, so you're not one of those destroyers that just gets tore up. You know, when they smoke, they lose, you know, half or more of their HP by guys that really know how to blind fire. So at this point, my team's finally starting to arrive at B-cap. We're getting ready to push, and I am the black spotted. Radar's no threat. I know this Kitakaze smoke's pretty fresh, and what I'm looking here is seeing where this edge is. Right here. See this edge? See the rune? The black is outside my max gun range, so he's not going to be able to detect me. This is telling me that I can shoot this guy. I am going to wait a second, make sure that I'm well within it. Sorry, guys. But this lets me get a little bit of extra damage in and try to be a little more productive for the team than just sitting here like a bump on the log. So at this point, it's just the enemy black left, and we're in full-blown mopping up. And black, I mean, it's still a strong ship. The torpedoes this game were mostly situational. I had good ideas where ships were gonna stop, or high probability ships were gonna cross certain areas. And you know, when that happens, you can have some really high damage games. But most of the time, your average damage in this ship is going to be, you know, between, you know, 25 and call it 35k, and mostly against enemy destroyers fighting over caps and stuff, until you start factoring in the torpedoes. So again, most of the damage, torpedoes. Again, the big one, trying to stay alive. That's always rough. Go back to that screen since it was somewhat relevant. You know, just to put it into perspective, my Neustrashimy games, if you've been watching those videos, a lot more gun damage. I've got the HP just to sit out there and tank. Torpedoes have been fairly reliable as well with the Neustrashimy. Neustrashimy should have, on average, you know, a higher average damage than black, because the weapons are more reliable and you have more. You know, this is the most critical thing, your HP. You know, pretty much Neustrashimy has twice the effective HP as a black, if you can space your engagements out where you can actually use most of that. You know, it's like almost 9,000 HP or repair, you know, per shot. So that kind of puts the, you know, how these ships, the stats wise they look, into perspective. Now, this is one thing that black currently does have going for it with the credits and XP. The special camos, I've got the ultimate crocodile camo on, which 150% XP for the camo, and then 158% XP for the commander XP, and that just comes with the camo. Don't think it has an actual credit bonus to it, but you can grind a ridiculous amount of credits with these camos. or credits, ridiculous amount of XP quickly with these camos. Not to mention the credits aren't that bad either. I don't have any credit flags or anything like this on it. I was just playing the ship just with a full combat load of flags. Um, it, Eventually, it's my hope that they add these camos of these swords for Neustrashimy. It makes sense. I mean, she's the only tier 9 steel ship that doesn't have them right now, and it's probably because they haven't sold that many. Uh, so they probably just haven't invested the time into putting those camos out. But when they do drop, it's going to be a really nice bonus for the kit for the Neustrashimy. Jeez, I'm all over the place today. Anyway, gonna cut this one off. Wanted to get a black game, a recent black video up for you guys. See, I know my Neustrashimy games have generated some interest in the boat, and I want to give you guys kind of a comparison of how the two ships play. So hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below.